Hi everyone, it's Lynn from Lynn Penguins Creations. I'm here to share my top 10 plus songs of all time. I was tagged by Pamela at Ginger Cat Crochet to share this, and it's kind of a thing going around YouTube right now. So I've spent the better part of the week trying to get my list cut down to 10 songs. And I've given up. I just cannot do that. So I've broken my songs down into some categories, and I think when all is said and done, gosh, how many do I have? I have a list here. 3, 26. I've got 26 songs. I thought I had 30, so that's better. So I've got 26 songs instead of 10 that I have to share with you. I hope to be putting some pictures, up here, of the albums and or the artists as I go. And I have things broken down into 60s and 70s, 80s, the 2000s, songs from movies, remakes and covers. Songs from movies and TV, and remakes and covers. So I'm going to go through, starting with the earliest, the 60s and 70s songs. I've only got 3 in this list. I could have put a whole bunch more, but again, I was trying to keep it short and sweet. So the first song from the 60s and 70s that's one of my favorite would be Sweet Caroline by Neil Diamond. If you know me, you know that I'm always blasting this on the radio when it comes on and singing along to it. And we were actually out at a Tragically hip cover band concert Friday night with my sister and her husband. Chris and I were with them. And we saw the Practically Hip, which was a cover band. And at the end of that, the venue played Sweet Caroline, and the whole audience participated with the singing parts of it. So it was great fun. So if you know me, you know I love Sweet Caroline. So my first song would be Sweet Caroline by Neil Diamond. Another 60s and 70s song that's in my top songs or my all-time favorites would be Imagine from John Lennon. And I just love John Lennon, and I love this song. I also love the Pentatonix version of Imagine, so I'm going to put a link for that, I think, in my description box for the Pentatonix version of Imagine, because that's like a cover song, and they do an amazing job. Third would be Desperado by the Eagles, just a really nice song from the Eagles that I love, and I love the Eagles. So those are sort of 60s, 1960s and 1970s songs. Now, when we get up into the 80s, again, if you know me, you know I'm stuck in the 80s. I leave my radio station on Boom 97.3 from Toronto, which is a 70s, 80s, and 90s music station. And I just love it. I rarely change the channel. So from the 80s, let's see what we've got. We're going to go in order. We're going to go in alphabetical order by artist here. So these are not necessarily in my favorite top 80s song down. They're in alphabetical order by band. So the first band would be AC/DC, and the song that I chose from AC/DC that I really love would be You Shook Me All Night Long. Great song. I can remember getting up in the bars and dancing to it in the 80s at the Roxy. So that's a really good song. The second 80s song alphabetically would be B-52's Love Shack, another great song to dance to. Just love this song. It just gets you dancing every time. Next would be Frankie Goes to Hollywood, Relax. Awesome 80s song, probably one of the most iconic 80s songs that I can think of when I think of the 80s. So Frankie Goes to Hollywood, Relax. And then for the baseball lovers out there, not just me, John Fogerty, Center Field. Great baseball tune, got a great beat, just really a great song. Next would be Mike and the Mechanics, In the Living Years. A really thought-provoking song about a young man who loses his father and doesn't get a chance to apologize. It's quite a nice song. I will link that below, actually. If you know me, you know that I love Springsteen, and I have since the 70s, since The River came out. And picking a top song from Springsteen was really hard, but I have to go with Glory Days, again, with the baseball feel to it. If you know me, you know my family and I are very heavily involved in baseball. So Springsteen, Glory Days, great video from the 80s with that. I'll probably link that below too. Next on my alphabetical list of 80s songs would be Tina Turner, What's Love Got to Do with It? Just a great song. Great beat, wonderful singer. Tina Turner's got quite the life story. She lived quite an interesting life, and just love Tina Turner. Also love Simply the Best, but I think that came out after the 80s. Anyway, so Tina Turner. Still on the 80s, we're down to Yaz, and the song is Situation or Move Out. And I love that song that just gets you dancing and moving, and that to me is kind of a typical 80s dance song. So I just love Situation. And last but not least would be ZZ Top with Sharp Dressed Man, or anything from the Eliminator album. Love the car, love the band, love the album, love the Beards. Just a great all-around band. So that's the 80s for us. So we've done the 60s and 70s and the 80s. So we'll move to the 2000s now. Anybody who knows me knows I love Bon Jovi, especially John Bon Jovi. And so I picked Always from Bon Jovi, which is a really nice, sweet ballad. Just love it. What's not to love? Everybody loves Bon Jovi, I think. So Bon Jovi is in there. Another artist from the 2000s-ish would be Daughtry. He was on American Idol, and I think that he came in 4th place, but it was the best thing that could have happened to him because he was able to pursue his music on his terms. So if you haven't heard of Daughtry, look him up. And the song that I chose from Daughtry is What About Now? I will link that video below. In the 2000s, we've got Garth Brooks with The Dance. What can you say about that song? Just a fantastic song. Really, really good message in that song. Just love it. So, and I love most Garth Brooks songs too. So, another one that might surprise people would be Katie Lang, an amazing Canadian singer, very popular in the 80s, has just an amazing voice, has done duets with a lot of people, sung with Roy Orbison, and sung with a lot of artists, is a great artist in and of herself. And she did Hallelujah at the 2010 Olympic opening ceremony. I'm going to link that below. It was a fabulous, fabulous version of that song, and just an amazing video to watch. And those 2010 Olympics were in Calgary, in Canada. So next we've got Rascal Flatts, a country group, and their song My Wish is just a really nice song, sending out good vibes to people for life. So I just love that song, My Wish by Rascal Flatts. And then the last one on my 2000 plus list is the Tragically Hip, iconic Canadian band. If you haven't heard of them, you need to go and listen. It may take a little bit for you to like them. They are a bit of an acquired taste. I didn't like them for a long time, and now I do. And I chose Ahead by a Century, great song. And this was the band. We saw a cover band of this band on Friday night, as I was saying earlier in my video. Unfortunately, the lead singer, Gord Downey, passed away a few years ago, so the Hip has sort of, I won't say it's faded out. I think they have another singer that tours with them, but just an amazing group. Gord Downey was the writer for a lot of the songs, and just a brilliant man, shared a lot of Canadian history in his songs. So definitely check out the Tragically Hip if you haven't. All right, so our next category is going to be movies. So from movies, I think this is my number one movie song. I really do. Well, no, it's not. No, well, maybe. I don't know. I'm not going to number them. Movie songs, okay, we've got Up Where We Belong by Jennifer Warnes and Joe Cocker. Just love this song from Officer and a Gentleman. Officer and a Gentleman is one of my favorite movies. Loved it in the 80s. Just love Richard Gere. Great movie, great story, and great song. And then we've got Unchained Melody by the Righteous Brothers from the movie Ghost. And that was just an amazing movie with Whoopi Goldberg and Patrick Swayze. Oh my gosh, and the I can't think of Demi Moore. What a great song. There's a really great scene in it, and it's worth watching. I may try to put a snip of that, a little YouTube snippet down below. And then I also like from the movie Michael, Spirit in the Sky by Norman Greenbaum. And that's just an awesome song. And it was redone by Daughtry and the Medics. So both versions, the Norman Greenbaum and the Daughtry and the Medics version of Spirit in the Sky, are in my top song list. So, and then one more from TV would be Time of Your Life from Green Day, which was in the final episode of Seinfeld. And I just really like the message in that song. And now we're on to remakes or covers. So the covers or remakes that I like are Sound of Silence by Disturbed. I'm going to link that below. If you haven't seen that, please check it out. This gentleman who sings it has a haunting voice. It's just an amazing rendition of Sound of Silence, which was originally done by Simon and Garfunkel. I mentioned this already, but Imagine by Pentatonics, fantastic song, and they have a really great video. Again, I'm going to attach that down below, and that's Imagine from John Lennon, of course, a cover of that. And then I mentioned also Daughtry and the Medics, Spirit in the Sky, which was the remake of the Norman Greenbaum song. And I missed one from the movies. I'm sorry, my list is not in order here. I missed from the movies probably one of my, well, it is one of my favorite all-time songs, or I wouldn't be talking about it. Shallow from the movie A Star is Born with Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper. Love, love, love that. I'm going to attach a video of that. I think it was at the Oscars that they sang it together, and it's just an awesome song. So that's a wrap on all my songs. I kept it to 26 or 27, I think. I'm sorry that it's more than it's supposed to be, but I just couldn't make it any smaller. So I hope that some of you share some of my likes in these songs, and I would love to hear in the comments below what your favorite song is of all time, if you can narrow down to one song, because I can't do that. So thanks for watching, everybody. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Everyone, I'm back. I missed a few songs and I cannot let them go. So I did miss two movie songs. I'm just looking at my list here. I don't know how I missed these. Chain of Fools from the movie Michael, and I can't remember the artist, but I will put the picture up here. So Chain of Fools from Michael, the movie Michael. I particularly love that dance scene, so that's another movie song that I like. And of course, Time of Your Life from Dirty Dancing. Who doesn't love that song or that movie or that scene? So Time of Your Life from Dirty Dancing is another of my favorites. And then I totally forgot, but I love these three charity songs. The first was Band-Aid, Do They Know It's Christmas? That was created by Bob Geldof, and it was the first of a series of songs for famine relief for Africa. And the second one was USA for Africa, another fantastic song with lots of great artists in it. I probably will attach links to all of those below. And then the Canadian version was by Northern Lights, Tears Are Not Enough, with a lot of Canadian artists. So I'm going to attach those videos below. So I do think now that's my list complete. Again, I think we're around 30 songs now. Couldn't get it down to 10. That's the way it goes. So I will say bye for now again, and hope that's the end of that. Take care. One more song. I know I said that was it a couple of times, but I have to include Garth Brooks' The Dance. That's definitely one of my all-time favorite songs. Just love it. So I will not add any more. I promise you this is the end. But I do love The Dance by Garth Brooks. Thanks for watching again. Bye for now.